What's up, the squad? Back with another video. Y'all see in the title is going down. Make sure to like button and that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Like I said in the last video, a lot of y'all are wanting, updates within my mom. Like I said in the last video, I'm gonna try my best, to let y'all know as far as updates and stuff like that. Times definitely, be tough. It definitely be tough. My mom had cancer a few years ago. Some years back. Breast cancer, and they're saying that it's a possibility she has it again. For everybody that doesn't know, because I have people in the comments, oh, what happened to his mom? What happened? And that's why a lot of times I don't like saying it in one video and then not saying it in another, because a lot of people don't know. So I want to make sure I did, and I'm gonna typically do that. I only drop like 2 or 3 videos a day, so I'm gonna keep y'all updated as much as possible. Times will be hard that I got to explain to y'all, but y'all are family. I look at y'all as family, and I know a lot of y'all are, especially the ones that's been here for years, ask and can be pretty worried, about things, whether it's email, DM, comments, anything like that. And even if you're new here, but I definitely love y'all, and I appreciate y'all for the prayers, for the love, for the support that y'all give. One thing about it is that this is a big family. It's a really big family. I know that we can get through this. I truly do. Not only for, myself, my mom, my family, but as well as y'all too and what y'all going through. Most definitely. I have right here, Nolan Wells, friend, send legal letter threatening to sue Reverend Al Sharpton. I know a lot of y'all do know that. I have right here, and this is from Guy's Verdict with Crystal. And made a really valid point. Says Al Sharpton said Nolan Wells with 3 friends on a boat. Evidence shows a 30-person party. There were a lot of other people that was on, different boats as well. Let's check it out here.
The story Sharpton told the country, the blurred story, ain't the story the receipts are telling. The thing is, I just feel like Ben Crump, Al Sharpton, they thought they were going into Mississippi, and they keep talking about Mississippi's history. They thought these people were backwards. I don't know what. But they came to play with the wrong people. I'm telling y'all right now, allegedly. Number one, it wasn't 3 friends on a boat. It was a 30-person, give or take, boating party. 30 plus people, y'all, give or take. Not the 4 friends that they've been touting all over the place. Number 2, the 3 young men, Morgan, Jax, and Warren, they left with the others. Nolan stayed behind. They didn't abandon him in the dark. They left the group event. Nolan, according to them, said that he would find his way home. The story Sharpton told the country, the blurred story, ain't the story the receipts are telling. The thing is, I just feel like Ben Crump, Al Sharpton, they thought they were going into Mississippi, and they keep talking about Mississippi.
So one thing about this, as I'm, hearing this, and as I'm, playing this video over and over and listening to this video, to listen out and listen to key points, as well as, what she's saying, as well as, what others are saying. And I typically, a lot of times, let the video play. I like to hear different things. And from my understanding of what Al Sharpton is, and this is not, don't take a rocket science to know this, but from my understanding of what Al Sharpton and Ben Crump is doing is they're keeping things floating. And what I mean by floating, they're keeping things floating by keeping the money going, keeping the fame going, keeping their faces going. I don't want people to take this the wrong way, but it almost seems like it's more so of a tour. Seems like it's more of a, I'm about to go have an interview with this person. I'm about to go talk with this person. I'm about to go do this. I'm about to go do that. It's more of that rather than actually find out what's going on with Nolan. And that's what I have an issue with. Regardless if it was stated a drowning or if something actually happened to him, it's good to know. It's not good to, make up false accusations and, made up stories or, anything that has to do with, it being AI or somebody making an AI video. I truly find it pretty wild that, there is something that they can possibly do with turning in the phone, which we'll talk about. Talking to others, except, pointing the finger at 3 of the white young gentlemen. One thing about it is that people have to stop putting race into everything. Truly get sickening of what people do. I'll tell you that. And you got Willie D here. I have a lot to say about him, but I'm going to let these 2 videos play.
When the investigation becomes part of the story, that's a problem. This isn't the first time that the people of Jackson County, Mississippi, has rushed the courthouse. Yeah, they had a demonstration a couple of other times. Supporters previously gathered outside the Jackson County Courthouse demanding answers and supporting Nolan's family. Yeah, these people put the pressure on and they're not going away. Nolan was found on July 6th, and weeks later, the public still knows relatively little about what investigators believe happened during his final hours. Why is that? Because the investigators are quiet as church mice. They're quiet as church mice. When they
Says the investigators are quiet, and I'm gonna let the last video play.
These people put the pressure on and they're not going away. Nolan was found on July 6th, and weeks later, the public still knows relatively little about what investigators believe happened during his final hours. Why is that? Because the investigators are quiet as church mice. They're quiet as church mice. Now, don't confuse protest with proof. Gotta say that. A crowd demanding answers doesn't establish that authorities did anything wrong. It demonstrates that a segment of the community doesn't believe enough questions have been answered. And who is that on? Ding, 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 ding. You guessed it, the authorities. Because they know how to quell public concern when they want to. We've seen it happen time and time again, fam, especially anytime there's, let's say, for example, a mass shooting. These people.
I'm gonna start off by saying what I find interesting about a lot of this is that instead of actually looking at the facts that's there, since he wants to talk about facts and this, that, and the other, no foul play, no evidence, this, that, and the other, stop making up false things that's going on. I feel like this is like the third or fourth time I've seen this man get on here. And he's not making a lot of sense of what he's saying. Like, I'm truly getting annoyed, of what this man is on and what he's doing. It truly doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? It truly just doesn't make sense to me, and I don't understand on why he's even. I'm truly confused. I'm highly confused about this individual right here. If they actually are willing to work, turning that phone in, talking to others, and you can definitely tell that this is more so, it feels like it's a money grab, me personally. Just as well as they are, as a lot of individuals are, and they wanted to know what actually happened, of course. And if somebody did that, like I always say, they need to face those consequences. But what they're doing isn't right. Ben Crump, Al Sharpton, they talking to this person, they talking to that person, they doing this, they doing that. I feel like it's more so of that. I've explained to y'all yesterday. I showed y'all the GoFundMe. I think the GoFundMe was at what, $650K, $750? It was something like that when they first started. Now it's at $950. So it's more so of putting that, keep putting it up, keep going. And they're donating more and more money. And I feel like it's more so of the reason of it being towards a race issue. Because me personally, I'm not going to lie. Yes, it helps, with paying, the funeral. What Tyler Perry said that he's actually put in money. I'm pretty sure it was like $100K or something like that, or even more. So I'm not. It's truly one of those things. Is that I'm not about to sit here and make it seem like I'm about to say like nobody should, for these funerals that's going on, this, that, and the other. I'm not about to sit here and be that type of person. But what I am going to do to make a lot make sense and to be real within a lot is the simple fact of I got to watch what I say on here, y'all. Because you have different people that'll donate, for somebody's funeral or for this or for that. But when you're constantly, y'all, up in that goal, And I've asked y'all, does GoFundMe, like, you can stop once you meet that goal, right? Or are they manually like going on there and they're just adding, once they hit that mark, they're going to add another 150. They're going to add another 150. I truly find it, I pretty much find it odd, and I don't see how a lot of people are not catching on to what's going on. I truly don't. Not understanding it. Says now that Nolan Wells' family is ready to have his phone examined, but their attorney says they're still waiting on the Jackson County District's attorney office to set a date, which again is very much so odd. I did have another link that I wanted to put in here, but I guess I didn't get to put it on there because I want to talk to y'all about some other things, what happened. I know a lot of people are wanting me to check out other cases and stuff like that, which I'm going to try to as much as possible. And I'm mad that I didn't get to put it on there, but pretty sure I will tomorrow. But y'all have it right here. That's just like now. Being real. This is one of the things of where's Ben Crump and where's Al Sharpton. They constantly say this, that, and the other, but y'all not out here. Says so, and this from Deion Joseph says, so we're screaming and hollering about Nolan Wells with no evidence as of yet, pointing, to different individuals. We got old Ben Crump stumbling around for Nolan and throwing out theories. Al Sharpton trying to get a case in the court, public opinion, because after all, it's an election season, which I've told y'all. Y'all seen the post of Hakeem Jeffries. When y'all have stuff like that, and when y'all see, and it threw me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was just gonna be Ben Crump, Al Sharpton, some celebrities. But when I seen Hakeem Jeffries, you can definitely tell where a lot of it's going. Says yet this young man also had a bright future, and he was on the live for wearing a hat. I'm pretty sure it was a Houston Astros baseball hat, and the person that did it is still out there. Not only that, says we're all the internet detectives, we're all the activists, and nowhere to be seen, right? This happened in L.A., I'm pretty sure. Said you can call me whatever you want. I gotta watch what I say. You call me whatever you want, that's fine, but I'd rather be considered that than an ostrich in my head in the sand, as it relates to where we are the most. So y'all have it right here, and it's truly one of those things that I truly find. His name is William Leopard, I'm pretty sure. If I said that wrong, I apologize. But this individual is here, he passed away, for wearing that hat, Kohlers, I guess, and like the Kohlers or whatever it was. Definitely wild, definitely sad. And I truly don't get that. You have Ben Crump and Al Sharpton, anything that has to do, and I told y'all, if it got something to do and they even suspect, and mind y'all, it ain't got it. I can say it has something to do with white individuals, but I can't say that because it has something to do with a lot of people of different races that was on the water. They just took the picture with Nolan, but they making it seem like that. So when you're having that, they are going, anything that has something to do with a white person, white individual, or white individuals, that's when they step and that's when they want to do things. And that is truly sickening to me. I don't care what nobody say. It's truly sickening to me. One thing about it, I definitely hate it. And I know hate is a strong word, but it's definitely sickening. Check it out right here.
Begin at 5 with
it happened in Compton, actually.
Family and friends remembering the life of a Tustin High School graduate and a football player who was shot and killed in Compton last week. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
I'm Kathy Vara. His family says a 19-year-old was in the wrong place at the wrong time. NBC4's Hetty Chang live in Tustin, where his family is sharing a story for the first time and only with NBC4. Hetty?
Yeah, Colleen and Kathy, as you can imagine, William's loved ones are still so heartbroken and devastated because they tell us 19-year-old William Luther Leopard III was a young man of faith, someone who leaned on that faith in life.
Game time. Catella versus Foothill.
William Leopard's family sharing these videos and photos of his high school athlete days. First at Catella High School in Anaheim, and then as a star football player at Tustin High School. His stepfather, or bonus dad as he likes to be called, says William was respectful both on and off the field.
I raised 4 boys. I've always been strict on them. Chores, responsibilities, accountability, and William never question my authority or any pushback on it.
Last Thursday, Curtis says his son went to Compton to hang out with his girlfriend. He never returned home.
He really felt that the culture wouldn't touch him. I explained to him this dangerous area right there. He knew the dangers, of the area. His perspective was that I don't gangbang. God got me. It's a tragic story.
LA homicide investigators say William was shot and killed just before 10 last Thursday night. They have not made an arrest.
This whole 19 years was about bringing us joy, and now here it is. We have to feel sorrow on his behalf, and we're just fortunate that he's not sharing in the sorrow with us.
William, he was destined to be something good. So we're going to miss him. Unfortunately, he's at the wrong place at the wrong time, doing something that any young man his age should be able to do at 9:45 at night. Go out with his girlfriend. But these people that did this to him are animals. And so I want these people off the street. I wish anybody that has any information that can come forward and report it to the police so we can get these people off the street.
Come on now.
Yeah, William's family says he was getting ready to start college next week at Santa Ana College, and he would have turned 20 years old next month.
Wow.
We're live in Tustin. Hetty Chang, NBC.
Definitely a sad situation. After hearing that, it definitely is a sad situation. One thing about it, it just is very disgusting on how you have people that swear up and down. They swear up and down that they're here for this community. They're here, that they want to change, and they want this, and this happened, this, and this. The back years ago, this, bro. Y'all gonna do that. Y'all need to be everywhere. Y'all need to be doing everything. Y'all, and the thing is that they're putting their faces. It's all to do with race. I want them to go do that same thing. Try to find who did this. Help them with GoFundMe, and not just for the black community, for everybody. This younger generation needs it. They need that guidance. They need that support. I'm telling y'all, they need that. A lot of them don't. I don't care what color you do, what color you are. I mean, regardless of your age, the color of your skin, regardless, especially when I say the younger generation, y'all. When it comes down to the younger generation, I truly feel like a lot of them definitely need that guidance. There are a lot of fathers that are missing out of their child's life. I don't care if you with the baby's mother or what else. You can still be in their life. You can still do what you can. You truly can. I know it becomes hard. I don't know everybody's situation, but try. It's important. It's truly important to do so. You ain't talk to your child. You ain't talk to your kid. I know it's late. Try to do that. Try to get into that. It's truly important for those things, man. It truly is. I couldn't imagine. I trust and believe. I done been through some stuff, man. But just hearing family and just hearing the broken voice, and it's tough. It's definitely tough. I tell y'all that. It sounds like it is. It's definitely a sad, very, very much so a sad situation. Very sad situation. And then you got people that truly just think that this is okay. This is all right. And that's why I say it's the guidance. It's time for people to start realizing, I don't care what color you are. I'm speaking as in general. A lot of this starts with the parents, and we all got to do better. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Catch y'all next one.